you're going to start heating your pan up. Really important, you don't want to boil your steak because you just need to get a really tough steak in. So you're going to put a small amount of oil in the bottom of your pan. And then you're going to heat it up. Our steak's all prep ready, so we just literally got to put them in. Now, the best way to tell if your pan is warming up and it's about warm enough for your steak is turn your hand over and just put it, just rest it just about 3 or 4 centimetres off the pan. All you're doing is getting the heat. Or you should be looking, you should start to see a little shimmer on the pan itself. So, if you think you're almost there, what I tend to do is get my first piece of meat, and wait, can I hear that sizzle as it hits the pan? The answer to that obviously is yes. Now at that point, I'm just going to adjust my flame just slightly now. Now, really important, someone turn the watch off. I've just started now, so next time you can time it. But yesterday, for a rare steak, it was roughly about 3.5 minutes. For a medium steak, we're in the 5 minute zone. Because remember, we're pan fried. Different to grilling. Now, you notice that's been in now for about 45 seconds. What haven't I done yet? I haven't turned it over. Because what I want to do is make sure that bottom is nicely sealed. So then, when I look at it, I can turn that over. I'm just starting to get a little bit of colour appearing. Because I don't want too much colour. If I have too much colour on it, as I stated already, it's going to look cooked, but it's not. Now, lots of people say you can use your hands to work out if the steak is rare and well done. Right, so I find it all depends on how fat your hands are to start. What I tend to do is I use 2 fingers and I press the steak. When a steak is moved to rare, it's quite spongy. As it starts to cook, the muscle of the meat starts to contract, which means that piece of meat starts to get tougher. Right? Just tougher to the touch, not touch easily, but just tougher. So, what you find then, it's less springy. So, I usually go by visual, but also by what it feels like. Now we're going from medium, so it's now been on for roughly about 1.5 minutes. So I'm probably looking just, well, it's got about, 3.5, 4 minutes left. Now remember, we're looking for medium this time. So medium should have the outer part should be nice and cooked with the centre pink. Now, what we don't want, obviously, is it totally rare, because the customer doesn't want that. The customer wants a medium steak. The one thing is a big no-no for me is getting a knife and puncturing the steak. Right? Because what happens then, all that lovely juice that you captured in the steak, as soon as you penetrate it with a knife, what's going to happen? It bleeds out into the pan. Then all that is for nothing. What meat? There are certain meat thermometers you can use which stay on there. Oh, certain temperature, it's rare medium. I don't think they're that accurate. My best way of doing it is purely through touch. You can obviously push down slightly. Now you notice I'm using a palette knife. And again, I don't want to puncture the meat.
Also, wouldn't using a thermometer puncture the meat?
Exactly, that's another reason. I didn't even pick that one up, well done. Now, what you will know when you pan fry, you will see a different appearance to a char grill. Right, exactly. That's why, as I stated to you already, I've asked for some char grill pans. Because that's the nearest we're going to get to char grilling. But we are still pan frying at the same time. Now, as you see, those steaks have been on now for about 4.5 minutes. But at no point are they looking overcooked and brown. Okay? Now, what I will say to you is, if you want a bit more colour to them, now they're coming near the end, what you can do now is increase the gas to increase the heat. That will then do what? Exactly. So point being is then, we can then get that final colour to it, but we've also had something as well. See the difference now, look? I'm still getting a colour. All I'm burning off, when you saw that flame then, was just a little bit of excess fat. Almost there. Beautiful. Now we're getting some colour to our meat. Okay, so I'm going to take them out now and let them rest for a couple of minutes.